All right, welcome in everyone. So for tonight, I figured we'd go ahead and start something that I've been wanting to play for a while. I've actually played this game before, just in my own time, back on the Switch. But this is Spirit Hunter Deathmark. This is actually, I guess you can kind of call it a visual novel. It's like a visual novel with a little bit of RPG stuff added into it. But it is a game that like really drew me in with like its visuals, and I liked its like kind of fucked up story that it has. So let's just go ahead and jump into this. Hey, want to hit up the karaoke place? The new Love and Hero song is out. Huh? I'm not feeling up for it today. This story creeped me out earlier. Do you want to hear it? Sure. You remember Miss Yamaguchi? She wears those big glasses. I heard she's gone missing. What? No one knows where she is. Nope, she just disappeared. Just up and poofed off from the library. One of the student librarians said she was researching something there. But then she vanished. But she's super diligent, right? One of the students thought it was weird she up and leave like that. So she checked in on her. But when he did, the only thing left was her arm. It had a really weird scar on it, so it was definitely her arm. A scar? Yeah, it looked like a dog bite. She showed up. She showed it to me once. She had no idea where it came from. For real? There was a scar like that on Miki's leg, too. Huh? Miki? Wait, that's the girl who went missing, yeah. That's crazy. Maybe the rumor is true. The one about the cursed scar? Cut it out, you're scaring me. How's the audio, everyone? I hear snatches of an... Wait. I hear snatches of an idiotic ghost story. They're speaking seriously, but it's obviously they don't believe a word. They're only killing time. Rumors are the best way to do that. The sun's about to set. It's gotten later than I planned. I shouldn't have stuck around to hear that story. I better hurry. Thunder rumbles in the distance. A huge mansion is in front of me. Strange, I'm sure I was just... My vision blurs, my ears are buzzing. My head's swimming. It's almost like I'm drunk. What time is it? I glance at my wrist, but my watch is gone. Did I put it in my coat pocket? But all I find is a business card. In elegant printed letters is a name. Seiya Kaiju Spirit Healer. On the back is a photo of the mansion. I guess this must be Kaijo Mansion then. Kaijo Mansion, Seiya Kaijo. Those names sound familiar somehow. One way to find out. Taking a deep breath, I reached out to knock. I stop when I see something on my wrist. It's a strange scar. When did that... I could just be imagining this, but I feel an icy chill when I look at it. My fist pounds on the door, no reply. A light appears in the second floor window. It's probably too far from the door for them to hear me knocking. I grasp the doorknob and find it unlocked. No point in staying outside. I'll just go in. I'll apologize to the owner later. The inside is shrouded in darkness. A small beam of light from the window is the only way I can see anything in here. It's dead silent except for the constant ticking of the clock, seconds hand. I must be in the entrance hall. The atrium extends to the second floor. Anyone home? There's no reply to my shout. Maybe they've soundproofed this place so they can't hear me down here. I guess I need to go upstairs then. A staircase is just visible up ahead. I walk towards it, cutting across the hall. My ears catch a strange noise. I turn to look where it's coming from. Someone's there, enveloped in the dark. I think they're staring at me. Go with approach them. Gulping, I hesitate to make my way over. Trepidation slows my steps. It's a young girl. She doesn't move an inch as I approach. At least it seems that way to me. Doesn't look like she's even breathing. A corpse? Great. I creep myself out. I start to sweat. What should I do? I carefully begin climbing the stairs, making sure not to trip. As I reach the landing, the sharp sound of a bell breaks the silence. It seems to be coming from above me. Looking up, I can spy the outline of a clock. I bet that's what's making the sound. Approach it, ignore it, wait. The noise guides me over. It's an antique grandfather clock. The noise is definitely coming from here. I reach towards the glass to check inside. All of a sudden, it stops chiming. Silence descends, broken only by the ticking. I guess it's fixed now, but the timing was a little too spot on. Was it really a coincidence? All these strange occurrences make me uneasy, but I continue onto the room with the light. Stopping in front of the door, I knock. But again, there's no reply. I try again several times, even calling out, but there's no answer. I push on the door. It's dark inside. Strange. I definitely saw lights on in here when I was outside. Wafting through the room is an odd smell. It's sugary, like a ripe fruit. The whole room is permeated with it. Some kind of aromatherapy, maybe. It's not particularly pleasant smell, though. The aroma draws me further into the room. The floor under my feet feels off. It's wet. It dawns on me that I'm smelling something else mixed in with the sweet smell. I know this scent, this metallic tang. Lightning flashes, and I catch a glimpse of something. The strangely grotesque object stretched out across the floor beneath my feet. Something strange is here. I'll stare at it. It's so bizarre that I can't stop staring. Blooming flowers are everywhere. They're bursting out of the woman's stomach, her blood-soaked body overwhelmed with them. I wrench my gaze away, horrified. But the hellish image is burned into my mind. I can feel my entire body shaking. Bile rises. I'm going to throw up. Next instant, the lights are on. Wait, that's not all. The body is gone, leaving only a stain. This doesn't make sense. It's a bad dream, at least. I'd really much prefer if it was. But the faint smell that remains and the blood stain crush any hope I had of that. I beat a retreat from the room in an effort to escape the whole bizarre situation. When I stumble back into the hall, the lights are in here as well. I decide to have another look around. All the furnishings in here are old enough to be antiques. They match this old-fashioned mansion. A large doll sits on a couch. This must be the figure that I saw in the dark. One would easily mistake it for a human if they couldn't see the doll joints. Probably belongs to the owner of the mansion. So what do I do now? Contact the police? Her stomach was full of flowers, sir, and the corpse up and vanished like a fog. Like anyone would believe that. Welcome to Kaijo Mansion. The doll moved. It spoke. A different kind of shudder runs through me than the one when I found the corpse. Up until this point, it was nothing more than an observer to all these freaky events. I could distance myself from it, but now, a doll is talking to me. Have I startled you? If so, I sincerely apologize. My master ordered me to behave as a normal doll until told otherwise. The words are elegant and refined, but her face never moves an inch. She may look human, but she clearly isn't. She slowly folds her hands together, so she can move too. I am sorry for not introducing myself. I am called Mary. You have likely seen a number of oddities here already. I see my master Seikoju was unable to escape from the mark then. Seikoju? Does she mean the corpse? But wait, What's this about the mark? Lady Saya was searching for a way to escape the mark. Were you not also called here by her because of the mark on your arm? She must be talking about this weird scar. Did Seikoju invite me to this mansion? When I try to remember, my head hurts. I have something to tell you in place of my late master, but I would like to ask you one thing first. Do you know your own name? Well, that was a much simpler question than I had been expecting. It's... I break out into a sweat. My throat is drying up. Why can't I answer? I'm shocked to find I'm coming up blank. I see, then it is as I thought. Somehow Mary knows what's going on with me. Before I offer an explanation, please decide on a temporary name. Things will get much easier if I have a name by which to call you. It is also likely you will find it hard to remain calm if you are nameless. She's probably right. Better to have some placeholder name than continue life as a hollow, nameless being. Yeah, we'll just go with the default name. And we'll go with the default. I'm Kazuo Yoshiki. Understood, Lord Yoshiki. Now I shall explain to you about the mark. It's the seal of death. Those who have it will soon die. You do not believe me? I am certain it sounds absurd to one who has led an uneventful life. However, my master's death proves to be irrefutably true. The corpse's sweet stench comes back to me. They didn't seem to... that didn't seem like the work of humans. I'm afraid that the horror of the mark does not stop there. Victims slowly lose their memories until the day they die. They face death all the while suffering from the terror of losing oneself. Memory loss. That can't be. That means that I'm... Yes. The fact that you've forgotten your name proves that death is coming. Lord Yoshiki, you will die this very dawn. My memory skips forward a bit after that. I just remember being completely stunned at what Mary revealed to me. I can probably attribute it to memory loss caused by the mark. The next thing I know, I'm lying in a guest room in the mansion. I vaguely recall dragging myself up the stairs and coming here. Must have fallen asleep at some point, and thanks to all that, I feel a lot better. I'll die at dawn, huh? I try saying it out loud. It's definitely shocking, but I can't say it feels real yet. It doesn't make sense. Why out of the blue? But if it's true, is waiting for my untimely death the only thing I can do? Might be a good idea to ask Mary more about it. I find Mary sitting in the exact same spot as before. She hasn't moved an inch. I doubt a doll gets bored waiting like humans do. Good morning, Lord Yoshiki. Are you feeling better now? Sort of. Wonderful. Since it appears that you have calmed down, I would like to ask you a question. What will you do now? I can guide you down only two paths. The first is wait for death. The second is fight the mark. Can you help me? Oops. Is that what you... If that is what you wish, then yes. My master was researching the mark. A few days prior to her death, she found a way to escape it. Regretfully, she passed away before she was able to inform me. So she doesn't know anything after all. There's some time yet before dawn. You have a slim chance. Salvation is the thin thread dangling from heaven. Would that you would grab hold of it, and I shall do my utmost to help. What will you do? I guess it boils down to whether I trust her. She's right about all this. My time on Earth is up at dawn. If I don't want to die, then there's no other choice but to resist the mark until then. If she's lying, I'll be fine when morning comes. But am I really all right with that? People are being killed in nonsensical, grotesque ways. Am I going to turn a blind eye to it? This is a life or death decision. I need to think about it carefully. Deadly choice. You'll be faced with a choice that can result in death. There's a limited time on your soul power will continue to drain. Time's up or wrong answers will result in game over. So be quick, but also careful in finding the right answer. Restoring soul power. Completing the deadly choice will restore some soul power. Accelerated dialogue. Dialogue will be sped up while pressing left bumper. Certain dialogue cannot be sped up. Backlog. Start. Auto mode. Hiding the dialogue window. Then shall I ask you, will you quietly wait for death or struggle against the mark? Straight up, if you just choose to wait for death, he will just straight up wait until dawn and die. It's kind of fucking stupid. And I don't think I've had the ability to save yet, so you have to start the whole damn game over. I've decided to trust you. As you say, Lord Yoshiki, then I shall carry out the dying wish of my master and aid you. I cannot do much, but feel free to request anything you wish of me. I gotta tweak the volume a little bit because it is blasting in my ears. I made up my mind, but that doesn't mean I know what I should do. I know squat about the supernatural, and losing my memory makes research impossible. But I don't have a moment to lose. A knock comes from the front door. Who'd come here this late at night? Oh my, what a sign of fate. Seems that the other mark bearers have arrived. Is it instinct that she knows these things? Maybe she has some kind of mysterious power, being a talking doll and all. Beg your pardon, Lord Yoshiki. I do apologize, but could you go greet the guests in my stead? They may experience shock if a doll such as myself welcomes them. Moreover, while I am able to move my arms, I am unable to walk. I move to the front door and greet our guests. People fated to die like me. Well, I wonder what they're like. Who I find at the door are not who I find at the door are not who I expect to see out this late at night. A high schooler and a small boy. These kids have the mark? No way. We came to see Professor Koju. Who are you? I can't say I'm a total stranger since I'm here in the mansion. I'm a relative. Oh, so you're her older brother. Your eyes do look kind of similar. She seems to know Seiyu Koju. Now that I think about it, that business card did say spirit healer. Going off this girl's accessories, I get the feeling that she's a huge occult fan. I'm Moe Watanabe. I'm here to talk to her about this article she wrote in OOP Arts Monthly. She pulls out an occult magazine out of her bag. Inside is a picture of the mark. The accompanying article says the scar is a soul-inhabiting disease that erases memories. Inquire at Koju Mansion. This is the same scar, right? Moe lifts her skirt up a little bit to show me her leg. Right there on her right thigh is the mark. I think I know what the article means by erasing memories. I've been super forgetful lately. I'm even blanking on my friends' names. That's never happened to me before. Do you think this scar is doing it? This article is obviously bogus. The young boy scoffs. Even kids know better than to believe in ghosts or curses these days. And a high schooler fell for it. You must be embarrassed about that. But just Tsukasa? Is that how I pronounce that? Weren't you hanging around in front of the mansion gates? Fess up. Your scar scares you. Sukas seems to have no retort. He silently sulks. Looks like a bullseye. It's clearly they're both mark bearers. I better bring them over to meet Mary. Moe shrieks excitedly when she gets close. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's a doll, yeah. I've never seen one this big before. The craftsmanship is so detailed. It's almost like it's alive. They're both admiring her when... Welcome to Koju Mansion. What? It spoke. With that, the two new visitors join our numbers. They enter the monstrous world that hovers on the precipice of death. Mary tells Moe and Tsukasa, yeah, it's gotta be Tsukasa, about the mark once they regain their composure. All about the steady memory loss and their imminent death. It sounds like a ridiculous story, but it gains validity coming from someone like her. Both their faces pale. Now, if you came specifically here because you believed Lady Seiya's article, you must have already experienced the pain of losing your memories. Moe admitted as much earlier, but I can see Tsukasa's face darken, so it must be happening to him too. Hey, Moe? It's like... I'd like to confirm something. Where were you when you got that mark? My amnesia seems to be worse than theirs, so they might remember. I'm not positive, but I think my mark might be a curse from Hanahiko. Hanahiko? This name is familiar to me. He is the ghost, the resident... Wait. He is the ghost the resident children of this town whisper about, correct? My master was interested in him. So Seikoju was curious too. Could be connected to the mark somehow. I'd like to hear more about this ghost. As you wish, Lord Yoshiki. Then I shall tell you the rumor of Hanashiko. Oh, did you hear? About the ghost boy all the schools in H City are talking about? Sounds like Hanashiko is back. I heard that you can appear, or he can appear if you peek in a school mirror at night. He'll ask you something. Am I pretty? If you tell him no, you'll be fine, but if you say yes, give me that red stuff then. And then he'll just disappear. But that's not all. Hanahiko hates adults, you know. I heard that if the person he asks is an adult, they'll die. And not just drop dead. Their blood is drained from them. Next to the corpse is a single rose. A rose dripping with blood. Rumors can be easily manipulated. Passing from one person to another, assumptions and errors mix in. But they also hold a hint of truth. Miss Moe, do you know anything about this? I think I probably got my mark when I was investigating Hanahiko at H Elementary School. This has got to be some sort of clue. I should ask her about it. My big dream is to write about the occult, so I love to see a ghost. I found this article in a magazine mentioning Hanahiko was seen there. I figured that place be easily to sneak in. That place would be easier to sneak into than a regular school, since it's been closed down. What should I ask her next? Was Hanahiko there? I don't think so. But I can't really say for sure. I went to the mirror, but a shiver suddenly ran down my spine. I got spooked and left. What should I ask next? When did you notice the mark? I noticed it later in the bath. A strange scar that was suddenly on my thigh. It really surprised me. I realized immediately that it had to be what Professor Koju wrote about. I think I have a handle on what happened. No way to know for sure about the ghost, but there's no denying she had the mark after returning home from H Elementary. Then maybe. Tsukasa glances down at his left hand. Mine might be from Hanako too. I noticed after I got home from T Elementary. The ghost was seen at a lot of schools in H City, right? Maybe he remembers something. Better ask him some questions too. Did you see Hanahiko? No, and I didn't get chills or anything either. Oh, but I think I passed a mirror. I went to the bathroom before going home. I go to school there. They've probably heard of it since it's a top-ranked elementary in H City. Should I ask next? Maybe around sunset? I was heading home until I realized I forgot something and turned back. I don't think he knows anymore. Their stories were pretty similar to the Hana Hikos rumors. It can't just be a coincidence. You must investigate the place where Hanahiko appears. For their sake as well as yours. That's all well and good, but what exactly am I investigating? Death and life coexisting. If the mark originated there, then a way to erase it will also be there. You must find it. Find the key you need to break the mark's curse. That is the only way to escape. And all of a sudden, a huge burden was dropped on my shoulders. It seems that Hanahiko appeared at 2 schools. There will be an investigation. Or where will we investigate? Where should we go? We'll go to T Elementary. What? Are you serious? A lot of weirdos are around lately, so security is real tight at night. You're clearly suspicious looking. You'd be arrested in a hot second. That's not nice to say, but she's right. It'll be safer to sneak into H Elementary. Wanna going then? Let's do this. Wait, you're coming too? Of course. I haven't given up on seeing Hanahiko yet. She grins at me. Is she really strong, or is this blind optimism? I'm going to. Hey, not you two, seriously? My life's on the line here. I don't want the reason I died to be because you messed something up. It's pretty bold. Good thing you're cute. That's a weird thing to say, but okay. But to bring kids along with me is... I understand your hesitation, but the mark does not discriminate, stealing lives of children and adults. If you wish to fight their fate, you should honor that. I suppose human logic doesn't fly when dealing with the supernatural. We need to prepare ourselves for the worst if we're going to survive. Please, take only one mark bearer with you, however. A large group will increase the odds of being detected by spirits. I ask that you not waste time dawdling with others on the way. It is possible unnecessary contact may hasten the effects of the mark. Only engage when absolutely necessary. Keep contact with others to a minimum. Have a safe trip. Select a partner. First select a mark bearer. Do this in the partner menu. Oh yeah, hey mister. Don't you think it'd be a good idea to take notes on what Mary's told us? Your memory's getting worse all the time. Don't want to forget something. I don't know when I lose my memory again. I'll write down all the information I get and keep it in my file. Something in that might just save our lives at some point. New info has been added to the spirit file. Rumor of Hanahiko, other. Spirit file. Important info on spirits will be added to the spirit file. Check it from your bag. Consult it if you need help. Saving and loading. Save at the mansion or haunts. Return to the title screen from the bag to load. Then choose continue. Oh, there we go, save. See, we have a letter opener, a pure silver letter opener, taken from the mansion's hall. A beautiful woman's face is engraved on the handle. The blade isn't sharp, but it can handle soft items. Stab with knife, range short. So yeah, there is actually combat in this game. Although combat is kind of more of a puzzle. Please head to H Elementary, investigate Hanahiko. Choose whether to bring Lady Moe or Lord Tsukasa with you. Large group will increase the odds of you being detected. Don't waste time modeling. So what I do remember from when I played this on my own is I want to say at some point, because we can come back to the mansion. I don't think it actually knocks down a timer when we're traveling. I think we have to switch partners at some point, because I think to actually beat the ghost, you have to have him with you. Or else, no matter what you do, you're gonna die. But we'll go with her for right now. First, we have to get to H Elementary. Mary says we're free to use the car in the garage. The garage is detached from the mansion. The vintage model van and bicycles only accent the elegant interior. Thank God for careless people. The car key is left at the table. Time to go. Like, it's a van. Why don't we take both? Like, the kid can just wait in the van. Like, hey, according to Mary, you lost a bunch of your memories, right? It's really okay for you to drive? She looks at me suspiciously. Don't worry, I'll be fine, I think. It'll all come back when I take the wheel. Part of that is to convince myself. But aren't you missing your license? If a cop finds us, we'll have more to worry about than Hanahiko. She's right about that. But our lives are on the line, so we don't have much of a choice. Once the mark's gone, I'll remember. Then I'll just have them reissue it. Assuming I ever got one. Now I'm even more worried. Just drive safe, okay? Human bodies are remarkable. Back in the garage, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to drive or not. But the second my hands touched the wheel, it wasn't worried anymore. My muscles reacted quicker than I expected, and it's now easy to guide the monster down the road. But now, thoughts of what I can no longer do start to filter into my head. Hey, mister. Moe pipes up hesitantly. I probably let the silence go on too long. She doesn't seem as cheerful as she was a little while ago. What's it like to lose your memories? It's a hard question to answer. What do you mean? Like, do they all go at once, or a few pieces at a time? What if you're only left with sad memories? I'd hate that. I don't think it works like that, but I have no idea if it's getting worse or better. I don't know what I was like to begin with, so there's nothing to compare to. In that case, rather than memories vanishing, it's like everything's been painted white. That's what it feels like. Oh. You sure are mature, mister. You take everything so calmly. The conversation dwindles, leaving only the sound of the tires on the road. Then thoughts start popping into my head again, one after another. I know we have to check out that mirror, but what else should we investigate? What do we think? Moe glances over at me. No idea. I can't even remember my own name. How the hell am I supposed to know what we're doing? Please, I'm really counting on you. Think whatever you want. I'm talking to a child. I need to show restraint and be a good example. But that's definitely how I really feel. I stare down at the steering wheel. The doll in the mansion, the mark bearers. The mark spirits. And the mysterious deaths. I feel like I'm going to be buried under all the crushing thoughts that keep popping into my head. What awaits me down in the dark road? I feel a flutter from the mark on my wrist, like it's trying to warn me. My brain might not be able to understand, but my body can sense it. The death is closing in. If that happens, if that's happening, isn't the problem anymore. It's more, how long do I have left? How much longer is it? I almost yelled, but I managed to swallow it down for the effort. I think we're almost there. Really? It's closer than I thought. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. At any time I could... It's a lot closer than you'd think. Looming ominously in the moonlight, the school definitely looks abandoned. For quite a number of years, in fact, the walls are starting to crack. All the windows are broken as well. A thick chain in the front of the main gate to keep people from going in. Hey, you there, not another step. The enthusiastic voice comes from a man in a guard uniform. He must be patrolling the area. Looks like we got caught. This property belongs to the city. No one's allowed inside, didn't you know? Or are you up to something? A bunch of people have been coming here on dares since it's haunted. You aren't one of them, are you? No, we're not. Yeah, that's it exactly. It's haunted? Well, that's what the rumors are saying anyways. It's a great pain. Moe nods in agreement. It is pretty famous after all. The guard sighs. Anyways, the school's off limits, so you can't go inside. I don't want any trouble on my first shift here. Please leave. Okay? Muttering to himself, the guard makes his way into the school. As we watch him leave, Moe leans over and whispers. Damn, there wasn't a guard when I snuck in here before. We better not get caught. Moving around the haunt. Move. Map shows the way you're facing and where you can go. Pushing open the door, I head inside. Whoa, it's so dark. Can't see anything like this. The moonlight doesn't reach inside. We'll have to use the flashlight. But if we use the flashlight, that guard will find us. Can't do anything about it, I guess. Anyways, the mirror is... pretty sure it's to the right, on the staircase. Investigating a haunt. Move L to search the current area. Shine the flashlight in the area of interest and press A. Pressing B ends the search. Also end the search and move you. Battered shoe rack is covered in dirt. There's a platform of broken wood slats in front of the shoe rack. They creak when you step on them. Flyer containing warnings, a list of contacts. Do not leave handprints on the mirror on the eastern staircase. Thank you. Independent research, presentation, first floor, multi-purpose classroom. Come check it out. Wow, that presentation takes me back. Anyways, the mirror on the eastern staircase is the one that I saw. Guess we'll go there first. Yeah, it's to the right. I turn over the torn flyer. But I didn't find anything in particular. Nothing there, huh? Looks like it. Ceiling is filthy, and the fluorescent lights are broken. Huh? As we enter the hallway, a small shadow flitters across our feet. Turn on the flashlight to find. Ah, Bunny, it's so cute. Was it the school's pet? Black Rabbit squeaks and runs away. It rushes towards the eastern end of the school. Ah, it ran away. Is it telling us to follow? Haha, yeah, right. New info has been added to the spirit file, Black Rabbit. Looks like something smashed the fluorescent light that shattered beyond repair. Dust is so thick on the ceiling and just walking around causes a shower of particles. It's an abandoned desk. Fallen desk is slightly rusty. Turn the desk around and stick my hand inside. Got Holy Hard Hat. I doubt that'll be very useful. Yellow hard hat for a child. It's got holes and is missing its padding, so it's likely not very effective. It can be forced onto an adult head with an effort. I will say movement is a little weird in this game because, like, it's almost tank controls because there's what we're seeing versus what the map is showing versus the input that I'm giving. So, like, to enter the room below us on the map currently, I have to hit right. It's really weird in a way. Broken windows letting in a piercing cold wind. The floor tiles are peeled off, leaving bare concrete. The door is locked. It's a locked door. Keyhole isn't rusted over. If I had a key, I could open it. Fire door's rusted shut and won't move. Climb the stairs. This is it. It's the mirror I saw last time, I'm sure of it. Huh. Just then, a dull pain runs through my wrist. Like something biting into my skin. distract myself from the pain, I kept talking to Moe. Certainly looks normal. Yeah, what should we do? Face forward and slightly wiped the gray mirror with my hand. As I expect, I can't make anything out. All I see is my own shadow reflecting as a vague shadowy lump. My shadows sway in the mirror. At least that's what I thought at first. I figured the shadow moved because I had. But the next time the shadow moves, a cold shiver runs down my spine. That's not my shadow. Something is in the mirror. Moe yelps and steps back. Well, that confirms I'm not hallucinating. There really is something in there. Every muscle in my body locks. I try to look away, but I can't even close my eyes. The figure's mouth twists. I don't want to look, but I can't even close my eyes. It's opening its mouth. An odd voice pierces my ears. Hey, am I pretty? So I'm an adult, so I want to say no. If only I had that red stuff. I can't see well. Are you grown up? I'm the tallest in my class. Big people aren't allowed in school. Suddenly the mirror cracks. It cracked, now I can't see. No more big people here. The figure disappears. A scream echoes from the other side of the school. Moe sinks to the floor. They gasp in panic disbelief for a while. I feel much the same. What was that? That was probably Hanahiko? I couldn't say it. The word sticks to my throat. My mouth is completely dry. I can't believe this. I thought I wasn't going to see a ghost. But to see one that clearly. Moe seems to shake the encounter off and return to normal. Hanahiko's words swirl around in my head. Our situation has done a complete reverse from where we were just moments ago. I can't believe I was complaining about not knowing what to investigate. Anyway. That scream, what was that? The guard we met outside? I doubt there's anyone else here. He might have seen something wherever he is. Sounds like he came from far away, down the hallway. That would be the other side of the school. Yeah, let's go look for him. But if he screamed like that, something might have happened to him. Right, as I respond, I hear someone whisper in my ear. Purify with red. I look in the direction of the voice, but all I see is darkness. Mister? No, it's nothing. Let's go. New info is added to the spirit files. Hanako the boy in the mirror. Or Hanahiko. I'm gonna be saving like a motherfucker in this. Climb up the stairs to the second floor. Feel something soft squish under my heel. Quickly pick up my foot and shine the light down. The hallway is covered in poisonous snakes. Moe lets out something close to a shriek upon seeing them. Snakes. We decide to go back down the landing. See, this is where perspective kind of fucks with me, because I hit forward thinking I was going to go down the stairs. Bird cry breaks the silence. I guess there's a crow somewhere inside. Door's locked. Keyhole is rusted over. The key to open it. Lights in the ceiling are silent and dark without power. I hear a noise like something slamming against the door. Someone inside? Shine the flashlight at the door. Out of nowhere, the door bursts open. Something comes flying out. Eek. Moe shrieks and falls down. I recognize those clothes. Some kind of plant is covering half his face. Part of his face we can see is twisted in anguish as he screams. No doubt about it, that's the guard. What the hell happened? Thorns are eating my face. It hurts. What's going on? Moe sits on the floor, stunned into just syllables. The guard suddenly rushes towards the entrance. And then silence falls once more. The only sound left is that of our shaky breathing. Once we catch our breaths, I take Moe's hand and help them out. Our nerves have calmed some, but that definitely left an unsettling impression. Something terrible lurks here. We can't just sit around. I felt like I was paralyzed. I'm okay now. But mister, that guy... Moe stares at the door. I wonder if Hanahiko did that. And I don't know if you noticed, but I got the feeling someone was standing behind him. There's really no good way to respond to that. I let silence serve as my answer. What else can I do? Or could I do? No point in coming here if we're going to stand here shaking. If I don't uncover the secret before it comes for us. Why don't we check out the staff room? Tactfully avoid answering Moe's questions. The guard had run out of here. Something might be inside. Some secret about Hanahiko. Yeah, you're right. Let's just be careful, okay? I covered my wrists with my palm, making sure Moe doesn't notice. The moment I put my hand on the knob, the mark burned my skin, pulsing along with the beating heart. New info has been added to the spirit file. Plantified guard. Broken window. It's letting a piece of cold air. Like, I like that you can tell that this is just a mirrored image. The rain is coming from the broken window. It's making the floor cold and damp. The staff room is in chaos. The furniture is upended and the walls are... Was there a fire here or something? There's black scorch marks everywhere. Phew. Moe looks relieved that they came out from behind me. Whoa, it's totally empty. Anyways, let's look around. Huh. There's a door over there, too. It looks like it goes to another room. The wall near the window is burnt. That must have been a fire here a long time ago. Open the door left of the staff room. It's kind of cramped in here. Is this a storage room? Seems to be. Hopefully there's something useful in here. There's a cutout in the floor. It's some kind of storage area. The metal handle is retracted into the door. I tried to get a grip on it and pull it out, but it's unsuccessful. Use the letter opener. I might be able to pop the handle up. Squat down by the door. My mark bites at my wrist again. It's almost like it's trying to stop me from searching under the floor. Stand up, pretending to be calm. Okay, that's worrying. Something dangerous must be there. What's wrong? Are you going to see what that is? I'll check it out later. Keep my reply vague as I dust off my knees. Let's look around the room first. There's a bunch of interesting stuff in here. There's definitely something beneath our feet. But we better make sure we're prepared if we're going to go down there. Hint, hint. Oh, I can't. I think the school journals, the papers, deteriorated from age and bugs. Open the glass door and check inside. There isn't anything that catches my eye. Something's written in marker on the side of the box. Lost and is illegible for the rest of the letters are smudged. Reaching up, I grab a box and look inside. Got lipstick, red pen, girls' slippers. Good job, mister. I knew you were the reason we were... Good job, mister. I knew there was a reason you were tall. Massive wooden cabinet. Pull in the door, but it rattles in place. Looks like it won't open. Something's stopping it. Children's slippers. And it looks stained and illegible. Red pen with cute characters on the side. The ink isn't dry yet. It still can be used. Take out the letter opener. But what do I do with it? I don't have any particular good ideas. So here's what we are going to do. Alright, let's try. Should check everywhere else first. Figure out what to do about the trapdoor later. Fire door, the paint is peeling off from the fire door, revealing rust underneath. When I open the slide door, all I find is a wall. I'm about to give up and close the door when I notice something stuck in the back of it. Found a worn out talisman. When I pick up the worn out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. Got soul power. The worn out talisman crumbles slightly in my hand. Find a worn out talisman to restore your soul power. The more soul power you have, the easier it will be to survive a deadly choice. Okay, I'm sure there was a ghost over there that I missed. Climbing up the stairs. Pieces of concrete litter the floor. I think they came from the wall. Climbing the stairs. Poisonous snakes cover the hallway. We foolish to try and keep going. We decided to go back to the landing. It's an emergency alarm. I open it and shine the flashlight to see that there's anything inside. Found a worn out talisman. When I pick out the worn out talisman, I feel its warmth grow. Half-torn piece of a poster. Feel. Touch the paper. It disintegrates, and the second my fingers touch it, and it scratches through the air. Nothing else is interesting. Lost items are kept in storage in the staff room. Please check if you're missing something. Like, I will say the one part that is kind of annoying outside of, like, the dead end aspect of the game is, that certain things you can only see with certain perspectives. Half-torn poster says lost and found. Okay, so I could have seen it earlier. Okay. Let's double check that there's nothing else in here I'm missing. Doesn't look like it. Cracked mirror, it's hard to see the reflection. Cracks in the mirror, there's something else particularly odd about it. Moe watches me worriedly, but nothing happens. Hanako mentioned red stuff. The idea hits me that if I try holding the red pen up to the mirror, but nothing happens. Hanako mentioned red stuff, the idea. Red stuff. Take out the holy hard hat. What do I do with it? I haven't any particularly good ideas. Like, I know I can get a key into one of the other rooms. I just don't remember how I do that. Broken windows, letting piercing cold air. Must have been a fire a long time ago. Okay, we've been everywhere that the game will let me. Little door. Big enough to fit an adult through. Into the door, I try to grasp it and pull it out, but it's unsuccessful. If I use the letter O spinner, I might be able to pop the handle open. I squat down to the door. Open the glass door, check inside, but there isn't anything that catches my eye. Just rattles in place. Looks like it won't open. Something is stopping it. So, like, we're missing something. We'll double check upstairs one last time. Yeah, literally the only thing I can think to do is to go back to the entrance. The boy who appears in the mirror, he could possibly be Hanhiko. There may be other traces of Hanhiko within the school. Please continue in your investigation. Please stop. That's embarrassing, especially at your age. Shit, didn't mean to do that. Battered shoe rack. Broken wood slats in front of the shoe rack. They creak when you step on them. Broken windows letting him pierce the cold wind. Wonder if I could wrench it open by sticking the letter opener into the hole. Give it a try, but it won't fit inside. Normal person would take one look and know there's no point in trying. Peeled off, leaving concrete. Cracked reflections hard to see. Fingers run down the cracks. Saka watches me worried, but nothing happens. Take out the letter opener. Take it out, but I can't think of anything. Hit me, and I try holding the lipstick up to the mirror, but nothing happens. Damn it. Maybe we can go down there now that we have the kid instead. Agent bugs, so I can't read it. It's almost like it's trying to stop me from searching under the floor. Stand up, pretending to be calm. Come on. Okay, so I did look up a guide real quick. I could have sworn I did this already. Oh, you see, like, I basically I had to investigate it in a certain order. Okay, there we go. Looks like sliding door has a simple lock, just sticking something in the hole for the screw. The key itself seems to have gone missing. I don't see it anywhere. What's this? Something stuck in the hole from the screw. Seems the wooden thing works as a lock. I have to do something. Uh, I'll have to do something about that to open the door. Take out the red pen. I use the pen, I might be able to pop out whatever is stuck in the hole. She's surprisingly skilled. Is it that surprising? Anyway, I need to focus. Suddenly the resistance vanishes and the pen pokes all the way through. Put my hand on the door and slide it open without any issue. There's a red tube inside. A flare. I wonder what that's used for. It's a signal light for emergencies. It's a good idea to always have one in your car. Oh, I see. So that's what that is. By the way, Tsukasa picks up something on the floor. It's a thorn about as long as his pinky finger. That's what was in the hole. That was clearly done on purpose. It's possible that he put the thorn in the hole to seal up the door. Is he afraid of us? We both look at the flare again. What? Why did you turn the lights off? It wasn't me. Didn't turn it off. It just went off. Something's coming. Something's in the room next door. Tsukasa crumbles to the floor, their legs unable to hold them up in their panic. Shh, be quiet. Struggle to not yell with my nerves on edge. I hit the flashlight again and again. Come on. Please, the batteries were just working. Feel like I'm performing CPR on this thing. But finally. Got it. Ah. The door behind me raps threateningly. My mark burns in pain. Death is already in the room next door. There's no time and nowhere to run. Calm down. I need to find a way out of this quickly. We're running out of time. A way to survive. We've got to hurry. Take out the letter opener and shove it in. I might be able to get the handle out this way. But I have to do it. Hurry up, mister. He's coming. Yes, I got it. I grab the handle and lift up on the trapdoor. As I thought, the dark hole leads down under the floor. Get in. I shove Tsukasa into the hole. Then I slide down into the darkness after him. Fall unexpectedly far, hitting my head against something. I grip my teeth and stop myself from yelling. Something's shuffling around above my head. If I had stayed in there a few more seconds. Grip my burning wrist with all my might. I must endure the pain for now. I can hear anxious panting. Tsukasa must be right next to me. They're shaking so hard, I can see it from the corner of my eye. I brace myself, expecting the trapdoor to break open any second. But the shuffling noise finally grows distant. Are we safe now? Yeah, I think it's gone. Suddenly my wrist isn't hurting anymore. I see, that's good. We're saved. I would like to apologize. I panicked. Don't worry about it. I nearly ended up screaming myself. We both lost our cools. People probably show their true colors when they're cornered like that. Anyways, where are we? What in the world is this room? I'm surprised this place exists beneath the school. Does the flashlight work? Yeah. I cautiously press the switch, being careful not to make any noise. Scene captured in the light of the flashlight sends shivers down my spine. Tsukasa slaps the hand over his mouth. A few more moments is all we can do to stare in silence. A disturbing scene, more horrible than anything I've seen before, spread out before us. Anyone would be shocked by it, especially a kid. Take a deep breath and look closer. There's something twisted around the corpses. It looks like some kind of plant vine. Are those roses? Strangely sharp thorns and thin red petals. There appear to be real live roses covering the corpses and carpeting the floor. My vision suddenly grows dim. I see a woman's body trapped in roses. Okay, so I'm gonna be real. I think these images were censored in the Switch version. What is this? The tragedy that happened in this room. It's as if it's playing out in my head. I can see it. Roses. Why would roses... Does that mean someone planted them? Tsukasa's voice brings me back to reality. Yeah. I can't tell them that I saw some walking dream. Oh, wait. I can't tell them that I saw some waking dream. I scramble to remember the conversation. That's right. I saw the rose vines, then... Yeah, that's got to be it. It's not like they just spring up on their own. But... why would anyone do that? Did someone decorate the corpses for some kind of reason? Or did they die captured by the roses like I saw in that vision? Sasuke screams. What's wrong? It must have been just my imagination, but I thought I saw something move. Over there. Farther back in the room. No, it's something hiding in there? There's a dried up corpse. I hesitate to search the corpse, but I don't find anything. I hesitate to search the corpse, but I don't find anything. I hesitate to search the corpse, but I don't find anything. Hysterically search the corpse, but I don't find anything. Oh, it's hysterically, not hesitantly. Hastily search the corpse. Something flashes within the vines, but its feet. Round hand mirror. Looks like a gift for a young woman. Finding a mirror in a place like this. That's pretty incredulous. Incredulous? There's a bed with a metal pipe frame. The mattress is completely discolored, stained with something that looks like sweat. Someone must have been living here, and for a long time, too. The mattress is oozing dark, dirty water. Smells like sewage. Slide the mattress over and find a plastic sheet underneath it. Got a vinyl sheet. It's pretty thick. Was it put there to protect from water damage? The top of the sheet is pitch black, and at first glance it looks like it's covered in mold. But when I spread it open, it crunches a dark red flakes fall from it. This is blood. Can't do anything but whisper, dumbfounded, as I stare at the blood-stained sheets. Something murmurs in my ears, as if in a reply. Their blood denies him. Part of me takes the voice seriously, clearly hallucinating, but for some reason it's calmed me down. Still in a daze, I shine the flashlight under the bed. I saw it again, something under there. Tsukasa's voice is gotten very shrill. Then, hey now, give me a break. I'm no monster, you know. I'm just a regular human being. Something slowly climbing out from under the bed. It's a man in a trench coat. What are you doing in a place like that? The man looks bored. He scoffs. Same as you. I ran into that monster and escaped down here. Then you guys came. The man turns his back to us and jerks his chin. Anyways, I was hiding over there. His answer is believable enough. But why is he at the school to begin with? His presence raises a lot of questions. The man tilts his head a bit and peers at me, then he snorts. It seems he's seen through me. You don't look like you believe me. Guess that's only natural. I haven't told you anything either. Or everything either. I could, but... Ben looks around at his feet. We better get out of here first. We shouldn't chat at a crime scene. I completely agree. Tsukasa seems to feel the same way. Let's head back for now. You have somewhere to go back to? Good. Then let's get going. The man puts his hand on the ladder. He pauses and turns to us. The name's Satoru Mashihida. I'm an ex-detective. Forgot to mention that. A man named Mashida disappears up the ladder. We follow him back up to the first floor, but when we emerge, he's not there. Hey, take a look at this. Mashida's calling to us from down the hallway. Was it like this when you guys came through? Tsukasa pipes up, voice slightly wobbly. No, not at all. It was dark, but we would have seen this. Something's creeping along the hallway. They're rose vines. Thought so. I didn't see them before either. The mark's color grows more vivid. Early dawn, a few hours left until death closes in. Some people naturally put others on guard, even if there's no particular ill will between them. That's exactly the type of person Mashida is. Oh, you got some nice stuff here. The moment he climbs into the car, he makes a grab at from my bag. Then he starts inspecting all of my stuff. I wasn't planning on keeping a constant eye on him, but he's making it very hard not to. You're an ex-detective, aren't you? So you're just like us then. Tsukasa interjects coldly from the back seat. I think I detect a bit of pep in his voice. He seems relieved we made it back safely. That's right. I was considering a personal investigation, just like you lot. Something I wanted to check. I don't doubt what he's saying, but that would mean he entered the school illegally. What were you? Let me ask one thing first. Mashida interrupts my question and points to my arm. Does that hurt? Didn't take him long to spot the mark on my wrist. Sometimes it hurts the most whenever I'm in danger. Huh, is that so? Mashida leans in his seat, satisfied. I was investigating some missing people. Guess he's responding to my question now. School came up in a number of missing person cases. Each one had affiliation with H Elementary before they disappeared. Teachers, workers, people in the PTA, students and their family members. I was looking for them. Huh, then that means... Tsukasa leans forward from the back seat. The corpse we saw in the room couldn't have been those people, could they? Ishida doesn't reply. Maybe he thinks the answer's obvious, or more, or maybe replying to a kid isn't worth his time. But something bugs me about what he just said. If the school was clearly suspicious, then... Of course, I brought it up to my superiors. All I got for it was... He continues before I can ask, making a slashing motion across his neck. You got fired, huh? Disciplinary discharge. Something about sexual harassing a subordinate. That principal's gotta have some kind of political pull. I probably dug up something he didn't want getting out. That wasn't my plan. I never meant to uncover anything dirty. True, the school did have that suspicious room. It's not that strange to think it would come up if something in some missing persons cases. That would be common sense, at least. But common sense is for the world of the living. A spirit might have something to do with those cases. There's an awkward silence. In that sense, this isn't even a case anymore, is it? She just slightly sighs deeply. Who'd believe it? Who would believe that there's a monster in that school killing people? It's personal now. Our problem, and we're on our own. He turns his wrist over and shows it to me. On his skin is a familiar mark. You too? Yeah, I sensed it as soon as I saw yours. I had a feeling this would be a problem. We're in the same boat, you and I. He has good instincts. We should talk more when we get back. At Koju Mansion, there's some... I stopped myself from finishing my sentence. I shouldn't mention that for now. In any case, once we get back, we'll give you more details. I went to Koju Mansion because of my mark. I'm sure you'll receive help as well. But Mishida scoffs. Help, huh? You're underestimating me. When I get out of the car, someone's there to greet me. Oh, mister. She looks rather pained. Her voice is lacking all of her usual energy. Are you okay? Huh? Oh, yeah, just spacing out. I'm fine. She doesn't look fine. What? So there are others? This is everyone. Huh. What a reliable group you've got. The sarcasm is practically dripping off of his words. So, are you planning on continuing the search for the key or whatever it is? We don't have anything else to go on. There's no other choice. I don't understand you. If the source of the mark is the spirit, it would be best to destroy the source, don't you think? What do you mean? The spirit exists. So, all you have to do is kill it. Are you being serious? Killing a spirit is... Of course he's serious. He doesn't exactly look like the joking type. Even if we manage to kill it, will that really make the mark disappear? When I consider something Mary's told me, it doesn't seem like it'd work that way. Even assuming it did, we'd have more fundamental problems. And how do you plan to kill it? I'd figure something out. If something exists, there's logically a way to destroy it as well. He claims he can kill the spirit, yet he doesn't even know how the hell he'll do it. Where does all that confidence come from? Don't forget, I faced him once already. If we're seriously thinking of killing him. Mashita grasps his wrist. Little shit shot some kind of thorns at me from a distance. They hit hard enough to stick in concrete. There's no way to get close to him. We had to make this... we have to make that a priority. Mashita pulls something out of his heel of his shoe and tosses it at me. It's a thorn, curved like a fang. The only reason I'm still breathing is because I was lucky. It won't happen next time. We need a plan. As we head to the entrance, I tell Mashita about Kaijo Mansion. He takes it all in silently. Even bringing up the talking doll or Seiya Kaijo's death doesn't trigger a reaction. Is he so unnervingly calm because he's already dealt with the supernatural? We reach the main hall, which is warmly lit. This is a strange mansion, but for some reason, I feel like it's like I've come home. Acclamation is kind of terrifying. Welcome back, Lord Yoshiki. That man is a mark bearer too, I see. Would you make the introductions? I update Mary on our investigation and the strange way we met Mashita. The mirror, the underground room full of corpses, sudden appearance of roses. I really hate to admit it, but it's clear something supernatural is at work here. And the spirit that caused all of it is Hanahiko. There's no doubt that Hanahiko is the one who put the mark on Mashita's arm too. But... what kind of chance do we have against a monster that can do that? Mashita says we should kill him. But is that even possible? Hey, Yoshiki. My train of thought is interrupted. Mashita's holding a leather-bound notebook out towards me. Read this. I picked it up on that underground room. It was caught up in a bunch of those rose vines when I found it. It was pretty hard to get loose. Did you read it? I skimmed through it a bit. It's got some interesting stuff. That's what he says, but he's not smiling at all. His eyes simmer with a quiet anger. Dark red marks stain the cover. I have a bad feeling, but I flip through it. Rose petals fall as they become unstuck from the pages. The notes within are very detailed. The author was intelligent and well written. Reading through, it dawns on me that this was written by H Elementary's principal. The austere, meticulous letters on each page tell a ghastly story. Records of a young adopted boy, tutoring sessions. The first note is from 5 years ago. It seems the boy adopted by the principal was small and exceedingly cute. He enjoyed wearing skirts and makeup too. There was no denying that they truly suited a dainty red-cheeked boy like him. But the principal had a hard time accepting such fancies. Bad habits must be corrected young to promote sound mental health, he thought. So he called it tutoring as a cover for his work desires. They took place in an underground room. Too many prying eyes anywhere else. There was no safer place than the school at night, once all the teachers had left. The principal stayed behind under the pretense of keeping watch, then tutored. He was a highly respected teacher. He'd even made appearances on TV. There was no reason to be suspicious. The only one who noticed anything strange was the boy's homeroom teacher. But he feared the principal's power and firmly kept her mouth shut. As the notes continue, they are more and more deranged. They paint a horrible picture. It is of a totally distorted parent and child. My child gets weaker after every session. His delicate frame has grown thinner, and his red cheeks are now darkened. His appearance is described in detail. But there's no malice or hatred. There's just fanatical sincerity, his pride as an educator, and the terrifying, smothering love. It continues like that to the very last page. There's no mention of what became of the principal and the boy. But going by the current state of H Elementary, I can hazard a guess. You don't look so well, mister. What was in that notebook? Tsukasa peers up at me. He and the boy in the notebook are about the same age. This isn't stuff to share with a kid. I better just sum up the main points for him. That's terrible. We children are always the victims of the ego of adults. Stupid grown-ups are irredeemable. Why'd he say that makes sense? The revolting evil of adults and the poor boy who became a victim. But is that really the end? If Hanahiko and the boy in the notebook are connected, then the boy turned into a monster. Is that even possible? Ultimately, deaths produce hatred. Death does not bring it to an end. Such festering sentiments can give birth to the supernatural. Monsters, ghosts, vengeful spirits, they have many names. I believe what you have all heard one or two such stories. Hanahiko's is similar. Mary's words are hard to swallow. But after those weird events, it's okay to make sense, to accept them. If I turn my back to the truth, all that will await me is death. Then Hanahiko really is a monster. We must form a plan based on this hypothesis. Mary is silent a moment. Then her jade eyes shift to Mashida. Incidentally, according to the Lord Yoshiki's reports, there are those among you who are considering killing the spirit. I shall warn you just in case, but that will be very difficult to do. Why is that? I could see Mashida narrow his eyes, but I made sure to speak up first. They are from the world of the dead. Just as the living cannot become more alive, the dead cannot be killed. The only thing you could possibly destroy is the cursed sentiment. So, what do you mean? It is, as I told you before, death and life existing together. If that is the origin of the mark, then a way to erase it will be there. By driving away the spirit, the curse will be eliminated. So defeating Hanahiko is how we'll be able to destroy the mark. Setting aside how he can't be killed. What exactly is the key then? It is nothing more than a concept, so I'm unsure, but I am certain of one thing. Fate ties the spirit to the place of birth. An object there may be able to fulfill the role of the key. It is a difficult concept to grasp, but that is just how spirits are. Determining the nature of the key, that will decide their fate. I had a feeling we'll just have to keep digging around H Elementary. We don't know what the cursed sentiment or the key to destroying the grudges are. Gaining the key and lifting the grudge is the only way to survive. You'll required to be callous to make use of the spirit's fear. The way to repel spirits lies within its grudge. Remember this, and be careful. New info has been added to the spirit file, Secret of the Underground Room. Okay, everyone, I think that this is a pretty good spot to stop for the night. I want to thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for liking, sharing, following, keeping the chat alive, and I will be back on here tomorrow to play more Spirit Hunter Death Note. I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.